Hello, 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 gentlemen. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. So glad you're joining me here. When you come on, say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. So glad you're here. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Haven't gone live on these platforms for a while. When I do go live, if you're a little bit older, you've got a busy, productive life, sorting through all this information. I know that there's a lot of information there. I know, especially the nutrition. Nutrition seems to be the biggest stumbling point. It's also the most important. If you want to see your body transform, probably quickly, is with your diet, losing that body fat. For most men, that's the biggest challenge, and that's going to really even show your muscularity. So if you think that, a lot of men come to me for workouts for older men, they want to make a transformation in their body. Maybe they're older now and didn't make time. A lot of the men, most of the men who I help, they're not bodybuilders. Even though they may be in their 50s or so, they haven't been working out for 25 years. It isn't until recently that they are making fitness more of a priority in life. So that's you. Those are most of the men that I help. What I'm thankful for, my 36 years of doing this, my 15 years of extreme focus as a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder, how that served me is that I went out because of that ambition. I went out and learned the science of building muscle. I learned the science of fat loss from the best coaches. And then I had the goal dates of a contest, and then the next level where I had to go through the trial and error of everything that I've learned. I have that practical application on a really high level. A lot of times men are stumped. Maybe they've been training in the gym for 25 years. I know maybe not being a bodybuilder, you took care of your family and your kids. And they think, look, I've been training for 25 years and I can only get my body to look this way. A lot of times they may think it's their age or their genetics because they have the time in the gym. One thing I've noticed is that the strategies that they use, the gym, not so much the gym, but the eating part of it, moving more, eating less, avoiding certain foods, whatever that means to them, that got them to a certain level, doesn't work anymore. And they haven't done much trial and error, trying things new, especially at the beginning when it kind of works at the beginning, right? So they've really been working for 25 years, but they've really been doing the same thing for 25 years, right? So just doing the same old thing, looking better than most, and that's great. Looking better than most, but usually they didn't come this far just to only go this far. So if you're trying to sort through all of this information, all right, having a little bit of trouble, you're not alone. All right. So on my skiplacore.com website, on my YouTube channel, all right, I answer a lot of the most commonly asked questions. I do a lot of live broadcasts on a lot of formats. Some of the questions these days that commonly asked questions that you may have questions about, we can talk about it now, or I can tell you on my YouTube channel, on my Workouts for Older Men podcast. Look that up on your favorite podcast platform, the Workouts for Older Men podcast with Skip LaCour. All right. Again, TikTok, right? I do a lot of lives right here on Facebook. So all of that information is distributed on all of my social media platforms. So make sure you're on all of them. These days, get a lot of questions about, supplements. Creatine is really popular, especially on platforms like TikTok, where, you can sell merchandise, right? So that's probably one of the most common supplements. A lot of men have questions about creatine, what it does, what it doesn't do. Should they be taking it when they're older? Because there's so much talk about it, right? Testosterone replacement therapy, TRT, especially for older men, is probably one of the biggest topics, all right, for most men. I mean, I tell you, older, right, guys in their 30s somewhat believe that they should be on TRT because of the influence of the internet. A lot of questions about that, all answered right here. So I'm so glad you're here. A lot of new men just joining me on my Facebook page. So welcome if you are new. Diets, again, eating right is probably men's biggest fitness challenge. I get questions about the keto diet, carnivore diet, intermittent fasting. Those are popular right now. They're popular for a reason. Um, they seem to make sense, even if you have not really attacked your eating habits, right? You haven't made it to the other side. You haven't achieved that body. It just makes sense before you even start that not eating carbs is the answer, or going longer periods of time without food seems to make sense. So that's what makes those diets popular. But truth of the matter is that all diets will work when you understand their organizing principles that make them work. Um, on these platforms, I have videos that are 10 seconds long, 30 seconds long about tips in the gym, exercise execution, all the way to half-hour long videos that go into subject and deeper. Just knowing the difference with all the different workouts and all the different diets out there, you would think that which one is best for you, your lifestyle, your priorities. You're not thinking the same. You don't live the same lifestyle that you lived when you were younger. How about the physical body, whether they're perceived limitations or they really are limitations, like your joint pain or your back pain, certain diets, if you have pre-diabetes or diabetes, that's a perspective that you're not going to get from the majority of the fitness channels coming from younger men who don't have to deal with all that, sharing their experience. So that's what makes this different. A lot of questions about when you should change your workout routine, the volume, sets, reps, exercises, how often. All those questions uh, relating to volume of training. A lot of questions on that it can be answered here. What happens when what you've been doing with your diet and your workouts, it works to a certain extent, but then you plateau. What do you do next? All right. A lot of questions about that. Very, very common. And then that goes to how many calories should you be eating, how much protein. So all those questions are answered. I can answer every time I go live. Um, you know, so maybe these questions, yeah, I need to know that too. What happens when, you can't lose the belly fat? You're thick around the middle, but your arms and legs look fine. What can you do to target that area or get lean in that area, right? Um, Supplements besides creatine, all the different supplements. A lot of guys have questions about the latest drugs that are talked about, all the whether it's steroids, trend, peptides, TRT. A lot of questions. I don't know much about that. The only thing is never learn about the different drugs, their combinations, what you do when to counterbalance the act, how you cycle off it, what you use in proportion to other drugs. Know nothing about that. That's something that I can't help you with. I talk about what I know a lot about. As far as TRT is concerned, I do help a lot of men who have used that, are using that, whether it's pro or con. I can share their experience, but that's about as deep as I can go into that. Training heavy or light, how many reps you should use when you're older. All those questions are asked. So they're answered here when I go live. But if all those questions, you're thinking, yeah, there's a lot to learn. Just tell me how to train, how many, and you want some guidance, right? I do coaching for men, busy men like you, kind of just, rather newer into this. Maybe you've done it for a year, maybe 2 years, but whatever you've done, what you knew how to do, it's gotten you pretty good results. You probably look better than most men your age, but you've gone this far. You want to take it to a higher level. It's going to be a lot more challenging now than just moving more and eating less, as you probably have found out, right? So I want to help you sort that out. I don't know if one-on-one coaching is good for you. I don't know much about your situation, but one thing that I do is if you're the type of man who does what it takes to get what he wants, I want you to go to talkwithskip.com, fill out that questionnaire, and then you'll see a number to text me your picture. When you take that time to fill out that questionnaire and you send me a picture, I'll know everything I need to know about you. Whatever your challenges, like I've talked about with these videos and the material, if that sounds like some of the challenges you're going through, you're not alone. I know what you need to do. It's just you asking the right questions, feeling more certain, knowing the process, how long it takes, so you're on the right path, giving that certainty and confidence. So it's about me explaining it to you. But when you fill out that questionnaire, text me a picture. I'll know everything about you. All right. That's where we start. And we can worry about if coaching is right for you later. I got to know a lot about you, what you're going through before we see if it's right fit. Who knows? If you're the type of man who wants to get the information that you need, right? Just start there. Who knows? Maybe I can tell you your next step. We won't even need to do coaching at this point. That happens a lot. All right. So take action. Go to talkwithskip.com. It's going to bounce you to my skiplacour.com website. Uh, Fill out that questionnaire. Fill it out thoroughly. I'll match your level of intensity. Text me a picture, and then we'll set up some time to talk. All right. Hey, have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Go through all the videos that I have, my 36 years of experience here. Reach out if you have any questions. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.